Footballers, often seen as role models and celebrities, are not immune to facing the consequences of their actions. Some have found themselves behind bars due to violent behavior, reckless driving, or even more serious offenses. Today, we explore the stories of footballers who paid the price for their mistakes. Ronaldinho. From dazzling crowds with his magical footwork to becoming the face of football, Ronaldinho's rise was nothing short of legendary. Yet, in 2020, the world watched in disbelief as the Brazilian icon was arrested in Paraguay for attempting to enter the country with fake passports. The man who once sparked joy across stadiums was now facing the harsh reality of the law. His 5-month detention left fans questioning how someone so beloved could fall so far. This wasn't just about a footballer, it was a stark reminder of how quickly one's life can change, regardless of fame. Ronaldinho's story serves as a powerful reminder that no matter how bright the star, even the greatest can make mistakes that lead to unimaginable consequences. A fiery competitor, Dani Alves became one of football's most celebrated defenders. Yet in 2023, his career took an irreversible turn when accusations of sexual assault surfaced. The football world was stunned as the once untouchable star found himself in prison, facing a 4.5-year sentence. What seemed like an unfathomable chapter for the player who had conquered Europe and South America was a sobering reminder of how swiftly public admiration can turn into disdain. Alves's legal battles forced many to question not just his career, but the price of fame itself, a reminder that the consequences of our actions extend far beyond the field, and no one is immune from the harsh realities of the world. René Higuita, a goalkeeper known for his wild, unpredictable style, once captured the imagination of football fans across the globe. But in the early 90s, the eccentric Colombian found himself entangled in a chilling crime, his involvement in a kidnapping. Though not the mastermind, his role in the plot led to his arrest and a 7-month sentence. The man who had made football look like art now faced the stark truth of the law. For many, this incident seemed like the end of a career, but the resilient Higuita managed to return to the pitch. His story speaks of redemption, of how a single moment can shape a legacy, for better or worse, reminding us that no one, not even a football legend, is beyond their mistakes. Adam Chapman's life changed drastically after a terrible mistake. The talented footballer was sentenced to 30 months in prison for reckless driving, which caused a serious accident. What should have been a promising career turned into a story of regret and consequences. The crash not only hurt others, but also left Chapman with deep guilt. Fans who once cheered for him were left heartbroken by his actions. Instead of playing on the field, he spent his days in a prison cell thinking about the life he left behind. Chapman's story reminds us how one careless decision can change everything. His journey from a rising star to a man paying for his mistake is a powerful lesson about responsibility and the impact of our actions on others. Gavin Grant's football dream came to a shocking end when he was sentenced to 25 years in prison for murder. The crime shocked fans and teammates who had once admired his skills on the field. Instead of continuing his career, Grant faced a life behind bars. His actions not only ended his freedom, but also destroyed the lives of others. The talent and potential he showed as a footballer were overshadowed by the seriousness of his crime. Grant's story is a painful reminder that decisions made in anger can ruin lives. His time in prison is now spent reflecting on the choices that cost him everything, showing how important it is to think before acting. Marlon King was once celebrated for his talent on the field, but his actions off the pitch led to a downfall. In 2009, he was sentenced to 18 months in prison for sexual assault. This crime shocked fans and left a mark on his career. King's behavior caused anger and disappointment among those who had supported him. Instead of the cheers of a stadium, he faced the silence of a prison cell. His actions hurt others deeply and showed a lack of respect for boundaries and trust. His story is a clear example of how power and success can be lost in a moment of poor judgment. It's a lesson about the importance of treating others with respect and the heavy price of failing to do so. Lucas Hernandez faced legal trouble that surprised many who admired his football career. In 2019, he was sentenced to 6 months in prison for ignoring a restraining order. This mistake brought criticism and affected his reputation. Hernandez's choice to defy the law showed a lack of judgment that cost him dearly. Fans who once celebrated his strength on the field were left questioning his actions off it. Instead of enjoying his career, he spent time reflecting on the consequences of his decisions. His story is a reminder that even the most successful people must respect rules and boundaries. Hernandez's experience shows how personal mistakes can impact a professional life and the importance of accountability. Jerome Boateng. A moment of anger changed everything for Jerome Boateng. His 2-month sentence for assaulting his ex-girlfriend shocked those who admired him as a towering figure in football. On the field, he was a symbol of strength and precision, but this incident revealed a deeply troubling side of his personal life. The case was a harsh reminder that even the brightest stars are not immune to poor choices. Fans struggled to reconcile the player they cheered for with the man facing serious accusations. It wasn't just his career that suffered. Trust and admiration from his supporters were also shattered. This chapter in Boateng's life serves as a painful lesson about the weight of personal actions and the lasting impact they can have. While his achievements in football remain remarkable, this incident casts a heavy shadow, reminding everyone that success cannot erase the consequences of one's mistakes.